this path that Jesus is on. Say with me, he's on a path of rejection. Yeah, it's by design. So all of these things that's been happening to him, he was rejected by his brothers in the last chapter. He was rejected by his fans. In chapter 5, Jesus had a lot of fans. They're all like running around, oh, Jesus. Everywhere they went, they had the Jesus t-shirts, jumping up and down for Jesus, until Jesus told them what it means to follow me. He says, deny yourself, take up your cross, and follow me. And they all left. They're like, what? This isn't about me? This isn't about me? You mean this whole thing isn't about me? You mean you're actually going to ask something from me? You're actually going to require me something from me? I have to deny myself? Oh, I can't do that. I can't do that. And so as soon as Jesus laid the standard on him, all the fans left. They all left. And he's standing there with the 12. He's like, you guys going too? Door's right there. Door's right there. He's not interested in fans. He's interested in followers. He'd spend an enormous amount of time teaching these people, healing these people, feeding these people. He had just fed 5,000 plus of them, 5,000 men plus the women and children. He just did all of that. Supernatural miracles, and they still remained his fans. They were still unwilling to commit beyond themselves. Good God. It's one of the keys of the kingdom is being willing to commit beyond yourself. If you can't commit to beyond yourself, the avenue and the revenue and the resources and the flow of this kingdom will never open up to you. Ever. We teach the wrong message a lot of times. It's narcissism. I say it all the time. Our churches are teaching narcissism. The Jesus who's just infatuated with the glorious you. He's all about your plan. Jesus is not about your plan. He is about his plan. You cannot move him. You must align with him. He has a plan for you. He does. And he's all about the plan that he has for you. But he's not about the plan that you have for you. And that's the disconnect. And so what is it? The art is in understanding God's plan and purpose for your life in this season. The art is understanding God's mandates, God's assignments. That's the first step, assignments and mandates. Understanding his assignment in this season, his mandate in this season, and then you'll discover his purpose in this season. And then, and only then, can we start talking about destiny, which is your destination. Somehow, we want to skip parts 1, 2, and 3, and we want to go right to the highlight film, and we want to go into destiny. You're not getting there. This is what causes a tremendous amount of frustration because there's a tremendous amount of ignorance on how the kingdom works. He's not taking you from kindergarten to PhD graduate studies. He's not doing that. You're going to have to walk the road. You're going to have to develop. You're going to have to grow. You're going to have to become. You're going to have to wrestle. You're going to have to experience. You're going to have pain and victory, the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. You're going to have to go through all of that. And you'll continue to move forward. Jesus told them, you want promotion? Can you drink the cup? Can you go through the process? We want to sit at your right hand. Jesus said, that's not mine to give, but can you drink the cup? You want promotion? I'll give you promotion. We think promotion is 10 months. I've been saved for a year. I'm ready to go preach to the world. I have a gift. I'm like, so does every other Christian. Every one of you are gifted. You are gifted. Every one of you is anointed. Gifting and anointing, say it with me, gifting and anointing isn't the issue. Right. Character is the issue. Right. Some of you can't bear the heat of the day. As soon as adversity comes, you're running to the high hills. Some of you're narcissistic. So as soon as something comes to elevate your status, that's where you go. You go to yourself to elevate your own status. And you use people to platform yourself. You're not ready. You will fall. You might achieve certain things, but the ground beneath you is brittle and it will crush and you will go down. And that's why you see them going down. Because they lack the things that are necessary to achieve the things that are in front of them. This is what's going on. And so we have to understand that it's about becoming who he wants us to be. Character enables you to hold the weight of glory. Glory is the Hebrew word kavod. So when Bible speaks of glory, it uses a Hebrew word. In Greek, it's doxa. Like usually the Greek is more clear than the Hebrew, but on this one, the Greek, the Hebrew is a little bit more generic. Greek is way more colorful and explicit. But in this instance, glory, kavod, means weight or substance. In the Greek, it means doxa, and it means to shine, right? Illuminate. That's glory. But in the Hebrew, it means weight. If we're created for glory, to whom he justified, he sanctified to glorify. So he justifies you in order to sanctify you. That's this putting apart, the separation from your former life, the separation from your former attitudes, your former actions, the people, places, and things that hinder you. That's called sanctification. So you're justified to be sanctified. And this is where everybody gets stuck in the middle, in order that you might be glorified, that God might put weight and substance on your life. He's not putting the weight and substance on your life until he deals with the issues of character. Do you quit easily? Are you faithful? Do you only want to shine for people? Is your honor for the people? Is your honor for yourself? Is your honor for the Lord? Truly, then prove it. Right? I taught the children. Like, I had no ambitions to do this. God put me here. He chose it. It's gifted. Yeah, it's gifted. But I had other ambitions. I had other designs for my life. I had another path entirely. And he was like, hey, big boy, you want to be a teacher? Go teach the kids. That is so beneath me. This is how we are. Yeah? Man, I really feel like I'm called to ministry. There's the garbage can. The garbage is around back down the corner. Help us out. Ministry means to serve. Ministry means you get below deck and pull the oars. The word minister is under rower. You ever see those ancient ships? The doulos, the bondservants beneath the deck pulling the oars. Those are the ministers. We think the minister's the guy on deck with the flowing robes. To the horizons! That's not true. Promotion in the kingdom, the way up is down. The least of you will be the greatest. Find the least job you can possibly imagine in this church and go there. And watch the Lord promote you. Do it when you don't want it. Stop calling out. If you're a volunteer, stop calling out. Oh, my toe hurt this morning. I can't work. I can't come. Make an offering that's worthy of a king. Yes. Well, yeah, faithfulness. Is a king worthy of faithfulness? Absolutely. Then make that offering. What is he worth? That's what worship means. What is he worth? When we ascribe to him worship, we are giving him what he's worth. What is he worth? That's why singing, some of you should be on your toes like this. He's worth all of me. He's worth it all. What is he worth to you? It's the whole essence of worship, is what is worth. Worth a ship. Worth on a ship, traveling. That's the Latin understanding of it. That's how we understand worship. That's where we get the word worship. What is the value that you are traveling towards him? What are you giving him? Your least? Your lowest? What's left over? What nobody else wants? Or do you give him your first and your best? That's what he calls for. Few can rise to the occasion. Few can rise to the occasion. You're all summoned to it. Few can. We all make excuses and we stay among the common. Another story. He's on his path of rejection. He's rejected by his fans. He's rejected by his brothers. He's rejected by the leaders. Do we say rightly, you're a Samaritan and you have a demon? Right? He's rejected by the people. So here's the thing. Jesus never let the opinions of others stop him. There's a key here. So we need to look at our own lives. And what happens, this world is a world filled with rejection. This world is a world filled with loss. And if we cannot understand, he's showing us how does Jesus is surrounded by rejection. Everywhere he goes, could you do this? Could you teach and people calling you devil? You're a devil. They're heckling him. Could you teach and they had even forerunners. Paul had it too. They had people going in front of him, trying to just heckle him and disrupt every single thing he's doing. Could you do that? Could you do it when they were calling him a half-breed or an illegitimate child? We all think that everybody's running around in this glorification of Jesus. He was hated and despised of men. And we esteemed him stricken, smitten of God, bruised for our iniquities, chastised for our transgressions. And by his Stripes, we are healed. Right?